And she let Charlie tune that boy up, knowing that he was bipolar and had ADHD. What kind of mother would do that to her son? Turn him into a prostitute so you could pretend to be something more than what you are, which is nothing more than a filly.
Representation
Firing everybody after Cookie. Everybody had to go.
Word on the block is that the old Empire crew has been trying hard to reach out to Bryshere Gray, trying to get him the help he clearly needs. Because people are saying he's like a ticking time bomb right now. His on-screen mom, Taraji P, Henson, is said to be the most worried one, and she reportedly broke down after hearing what Will Smith and Diddy allegedly did to that man. That's some heavy stuff. Honestly, that help should have come way earlier, but let's break it down. Bryshere blew up when he first appeared on Empire as Hakeem Lyon, the youngest son of Lucius Lyon, played by Terrence Howard, and Cookie Lyon, played by Taraji P. Henson. Fans instantly loved his energy, his swagger, and the way he brought Hakeem to life. Now, Lee Daniels, the creator of Empire, was the one who auditioned Bryshere and was so impressed that he sent him straight to LA to test with Taraji and Terrence. From there, Lee started mentoring him, and folks thought it was all about guiding his career. But that's when things started to get a little shady. People began side-eyeing Lee because rumors started flying that he might have been doing more than just mentoring young Bryshere, and here's where it gets real weird. Folks keep bringing up that Breakfast Club interview where Lee made some uncomfortable comments about Bryshere, while Bryshere looked straight up uneasy the whole time. It was awkward, like something deeper was going on behind the scenes. So first off, Lee Daniels once said he spent way too much time with Bryshere, and even joked that his own son didn't like it. But the part that made everyone uncomfortable was when he clapped his hands in a spanking motion while saying, "Yaz, Yaz, Yaz."
Texted with him recently.
Okay, what'd you say?
Yeah, I was just looking. I've been looking for him.
Oh, you have been?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Listen, that was my brother for 5 years, and I didn't take that lightly. I don't take brotherhood, lightly because I'm so close to my blood brothers, so.
Referring to Bryshere's stage name, people were side-eyeing hard after that. It just didn't sit right with viewers who saw it. The vibe was off, and it felt too suggestive. After Empire wrapped up, Bryshere's career sadly took a nosedive. Instead of seeing him on red carpets or in new shows, he started popping up online for all the wrong reasons. Things got really serious in 2021 when Bryshere pled guilty and was sentenced to spend 10 days in an Arizona county jail over a DV case involving his wife. She was treated and later released with non-life-threatening injuries. But the police report painted a much darker picture. According to that report, she had several visible injuries and even told officers that Bryshere had strangled her at one point, causing her to briefly lose consciousness. That's scary stuff. In his defense, Bryshere claimed that his wife had tried to harm herself more than once and that he was only trying to stop her from doing something tragic. The whole thing was messy, confusing, and heartbreaking all at once. Bryshere also claimed that some guy named Mac was the one actually hurting his wife. But according to her, Mac wasn't real at all. She said that was just a fake name Bryshere used whenever he didn't want to be recognized, like when he ordered food from hotels. She also revealed that Bryshere had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and ADHD, but he reportedly refused to take his medication.
You're a big ol'. They're making your son out to be, that's for sure. Because he didn't have no choice. You was down by all. I'm sorry. The Bryshere conversation for me is not easy. Because I came to Belial and I asked Belial to help me save the kids, and all he was worried about was his book. Nobody care about these kids. Don't nobody care about these kids.
That mix of denial and instability had people seriously worried about his mental state, but that wasn't the end of it. Not even close. Bryshere's name started popping up in other legal messes too. One major issue came from a lawsuit filed by his landlord, who claimed he rented Bryshere a condo in a 4-unit Chicago complex back in August 2019. According to them, Bryshere caused massive property damage, and the details were wild. The landlord said Bryshere left his dog alone inside the condo for long stretches of time, and the poor dog ended up making a huge mess. They alleged the animal was left unattended in shared spaces, urinating and defecating everywhere, which wrecked the hardwood floors, stairs, and other parts of the building. But it didn't stop there. They also accused Bryshere of jumping in and out of windows, clogging the toilets by flushing down condoms, smoking pot where it was strictly banned, and doing some pretty unhygienic stuff, like eating breakfast inside the bathroom and leaving it filthy afterward. All this reportedly went down in November 2022, and by then, people were saying his behavior was getting completely out of control. Bryshere ended up getting arrested again for violating his probation. Reportedly, police were called by a woman who said she was dating him, and she told officers that his behavior had been spiraling out of control. She said she feared for her safety after he allegedly threw a box of food at her and yanked her hair. Things were clearly getting out of hand, and that wasn't the only legal trouble following him. Over time, Bryshere's been tied to a string of run-ins with the law.
I see what my brother is going through, and I have consistently reached out to make sure that he knows that he's got a place, and reached out to, family and stuff like that. But I also think that I've been through my own troubles.
Right.
And I've seen people go on and talk about me and my troubles when I would rather that they didn't. And so what I will say about him is that I love that brother.
But lately, what's really made headlines are his explicit adult videos circulating online, reportedly featuring him with other men. It's all over his X account, where he posts a lot of personal content, way more than anyone expected to see. The internet's been buzzing about it nonstop. Now, word is that Taraji P. Henson might finally be stepping in to try and help him get back on track.
Where is my deal? Where is my commercial? Cookie was top of the fashion game. Where is my endorsement? What did you have set up for after this? That's why y'all haven't seen me in so long.
People say she's always had a soft spot for him since their Empire days, and she probably feels like she can't just sit back and watch him self-destruct like this. But here's the wild part. Some fans are calling it the Empire curse. They claim that after the show ended, nearly every major actor from the cast faced major setbacks. And honestly, it's kind of hard to ignore.
They had nothing set up. All they wanted was another cookie show. And I said, I'll do it, but it has to be right. The people deserve. She's too beloved for y'all to f it up.
Empire was one of the biggest shows on TV for years, but after it wrapped, most of their careers stalled out. Even Terrence Howard, who was already a legend, stepped away from acting back in 2019. It's like the whole cast couldn't escape the chaos that came after the fame.
And so when they didn't get it right, I was like, well, that's it. And then they had nothing else. You're all f***ing fired.
Terrence Howard actually announced that he was ready to walk away from acting completely. When he spoke about stepping back after Empire, he said, "I've been playing pretend forever. There's no need to play pretend anymore. I've done my time." That statement hit hard. He even made it clear that he wasn't just quitting acting. He was done with the entire entertainment industry altogether. Terrence explained that he felt he had already given his best as an actor, and that it was time to sit back and enjoy watching new talent rise up. Sounds peaceful, right? But some folks aren't buying that simple explanation. They swear it's that so-called Empire curse striking again. Every time someone from that show tries to move on, something strange or heavy seems to follow them. And let's not forget, even Taraji P. Henson faced her own battles after Empire. She's been open about her frustrations, especially when it came to getting paid what she's truly worth. Remember when she called out Hollywood for underpaying her during the Color Purple tour? That moment had everyone talking. It showed that even someone as talented and respected as Taraji still has to fight just to get the recognition and paycheck she deserves. And Taraji's struggles didn't just happen once. She's talked about it several times. In one interview with the SAG-AFTRA Foundation, she revealed that things got so bad after Empire ended that she had to fire her entire team. Can you imagine that? After years of playing one of the most iconic TV characters ever, she said she had no new roles, no brand deals, no endorsements, nothing. Empire ran strong from 2015 to 2020, but once it wrapped, it was like Hollywood turned its back on her. Taraji also mentioned that her team wanted her to star in a spin-off show about her famous character, Cookie Lyon, but she said it had to be done right. Sadly, her team couldn't deliver, and that's when she decided everyone had to go. She wasn't about to let anyone mishandle her legacy like that. And honestly, maybe this whole Empire curse talk isn't just superstition, because when you look at what happened to the rest of the cast, it's wild. Take Jussie Smollett, for example. His downfall was straight out of a movie. In 2020, he was indicted by a Cook County grand jury on 6 felony counts for disorderly conduct after allegedly filing fake police reports about a hate crime. Jussie told the world he was attacked late at night by strangers while out grabbing food, but investigators later found out that he actually paid 2 Nigerian brothers to help him stage the entire attack. When the truth came out, it was chaos. The court sentenced him to 150 days in county jail, 2.5 years of probation, Plus, he had to pay about $120,000 in restitution and a $25,000 fine. That was a major fall from grace. After that, everyone started distancing themselves from him. Friends, celebrities, Hollywood insiders, you name it. Nobody wanted to be tied to his name anymore. But according to recent reports, Jussie has been trying to rebuild his life. He even checked himself into a rehab treatment facility, and his rep said Jussie has had an extremely difficult past few years. Sounds like he's trying to make a comeback, but it's been a long, rough road for him. His rep said that Jussie has quietly been putting in real work to turn his life around, and they're proud of him for finally taking those tough but necessary steps. Still, plenty of people believe Jussie completely destroyed his own career when he staged that fake hate crime. But here's the question that still has folks scratching their heads. Why would he pull something like that when he was at the top of his game? It just didn't make sense. Was it pressure? Was it fame? Or could it really be that strange empire curse still haunting the cast? Either way, Jussie recently opened up about being really worried about Bryshere Gray. He said he's been trying to track him down and get him some proper help before things spiral even more. That shows some heart, especially considering everything Jussie's been through himself. But honestly, finding Bryshere shouldn't be that hard. He's been everywhere online lately, posting all kinds of videos that have people completely shocked. Some of that content is too wild to even share. Jussie said he just wants to make sure Bryshere gets the help he needs before it's too late. And you can't help but respect that, because even though the rest of the Empire cast has faced their fair share of chaos, nobody's been through it quite like Bryshere Gray. His story has been one of the toughest to watch unfold. That's exactly why so many people online have been saying it's time for someone to really help Bryshere Gray before things get any worse. Recently, Jaguar Wright doubled down on her explosive claims, saying that Will Smith allegedly knew about certain disturbing things happening to young men under his circle, including Bryshere Gray, August Alsina, and even his own son, Jaden Smith. According to her, they were allegedly being connected to Diddy for reasons too dark to even say out loud. The internet lost it after hearing that. Jaguar didn't hold back. She even called out Terrence Howard, saying that while he loves to speak up on all kinds of issues, he stayed completely silent when it comes to what supposedly happened to Bryshere on the Empire set. She said if he really had integrity, he would have stepped in to protect Bryshere when it mattered most. That statement hit hard. Jaguar also went further, claiming that Bryshere was allegedly subjected to horrible things involving Will Smith, Charlie Mack, and Diddy. And what really sent shockwaves through social media was her claim that there's supposedly a tape out there documenting everything, and that Jaden Smith and Justin were allegedly present when it all went down. Whether it's true or not, the rumors have stirred up massive controversy, and people are demanding answers. Jaguar Wright didn't stop there. She even went after Bryshere Gray's own mother, accusing her of selling out her son for fame and money. Jaguar claimed that Bryshere's mom allegedly knew about the things that were happening behind the scenes with Will Smith and Charlie Mack, but chose to stay quiet just to protect her image.
As far as Will Smith is concerned, until he does right by all of those children that were harmed and corrupted while in his care, children that grew up to be men, boys like Bryshere Gray, August Alsina, your own son. Like, your own son. Do people forget about that voice clip that I played from Brother Belial?
She even went as far as to allege that Charlie Mack was allowed to tune that boy up, while Bryshere was reportedly struggling with bipolar disorder and ADHD. That's a serious accusation, and it left people speechless. But maybe, just maybe, the folks who used to work with Bryshere are finally starting to listen. Hopefully, they're not just talking about helping him, they're actually doing it, especially Taraji P. Henson, who always seemed to care about him like family on and off set. Let's just hope she's not somewhere saying, poor boy, but really stepping in to make sure he gets the support he desperately needs. Because let's be real, this whole Bryshere Gray situation has been heavy. It's sad, shocking, and honestly hard to watch play out. What do you think about everything that's been going down with him lately? Drop your thoughts below. I want to hear it all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment so we can keep the conversation going.